We keep having all these problems, how we gonna solve them? Every day it's the same thing. All these unsolved issues, I guess it's official. Here we go again, the same old thing. And I'm tired of the arguing and lying, so goodbye.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is October the 19th, 2024, and today the topic is Controlaholic. Happy Saturday. It's Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful Friday. Mine was just fine. Yes, mine was good overall. Highlights from yesterday. We got the work done, right? We got the work done, the little guy and I, for his school. 2 days of work because we had to do Thursday's work and Friday's work, but we got to do it. So we're good with all of that. I had to go work yesterday. I had to go to do this event and whatnot, and NJ had to go with me. So that was interesting, but still worked out pretty good. After that, came on back home. And that's pretty much the main highlights of yesterday. I can't think of anything else of significance to share. Y'all know we had an episode of the GSL Talk Show come out last night. So y'all probably saw that episode with Pastor Stephanie. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that conversation. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It should be our featured episode on the GodSexandLove.com website. I'm standing true to my word yesterday as well. And I'm just going to say that. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. And I'm going to leave it right there. I think I did pretty good with, not partaking too much in the content. And after some soul searching and more praying and whatnot, I feel like, that's the route. I actually turned off the notifications and stuff like that. Sorry, y'all not going to get your questions answered. But at the end of the day, everything's already been answered one way or another. And y'all may know that Allie went live last night as well, or yesterday. And so we shared that. And it was interesting because I feel like a lot of the things that she said in that video is confirmation as well as answers to some of those questions that we were getting. So watch it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you'll be encouraged and inspired as well as informed, right, about all of those things. Outside of that, that was my Friday. I pushed through. Did I tell y'all, man, that we have to do this 90-day challenge as part of the staff of the church that I work at, and I've been doing pretty good. One of the tasks that I had to do is do like a 20-minute workout alongside of other things, positive self-talk, span of care, all these different type of things, and I think I've been doing pretty good with it. I took a nap when I got back home yesterday, but then I got up and I did like a stretching workout yesterday. And so I've been trying my best to go ahead and get it done. So that's been an interesting journey as well. And that's pretty much the highlights of yesterday. This morning, there's quite a few things on my heart and mind again. I mean, obviously with the title called Controlaholic, obviously came from somewhere, right? I won't get too deep into specifics or whatever, but I'm just going to talk about my own testimony. I feel like I'm making observations about myself, right? That makes me feel like, man, Miracle, are you a controlaholic? Now I know as a believer in Christ, I'm going to have to relinquish my thoughts, my ideas, maybe even my wants and desires for whatever the Lord wants to do again with me, for me, and through me. So these are things I know, right? But at the same time, too, I see how much I've had issue with the way things have been or the way things are going, right? I think my heart and mind would be much more at peace, for example, if, we were getting the notoriety or whatever in another way versus the way we're getting it. Like I said, I am making an observation in someone else that seems like, you want one thing, you say you want this, but at the same time, when people do it, then you got, you don't like it, stuff like that. And I mean, I think we all may have been there. Well, at one time or another, that you want something to happen a certain way. And if it don't happen a certain way, you might feel some way on the inside, right? But I guess I'm here to remind us all today that we got to be relinquishing control. At the end of the day, again, this reminds me of a few things, but I was thinking about to tell y'all about the birthday trip that I went on when I turned 35, which was about 5 years ago. No, wait, 2 or 3 years, whatever, 2 or 3 years ago. But anyway, on that trip, I asked my friends and family to plan it because I'm the one usually planning things, right? With my business, I would plan events and stuff like that. So I was like, let y'all, I'm gonna try to pick the place. I'll try to pick, the location, stuff like that. But outside of that, whatever we do, all that type of stuff, I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. If y'all want to decorate, whatever, it's up to y'all. I would like try to sprinkle in things I like just in case they didn't know. But at the same time, I was trying to like leave it up to them to make the plan. But it was interesting because I feel like the more I found myself being like, okay, they're planning it, but at the same time wanting to know what they're doing, but at the same time wanting to be surprised. And then also like, do they know what I like enough to plan this? And so if I was like that then about birthday stuff, I mean, can y'all imagine what I'm like today, right? About, again, the way the channel is growing, or just whatever, you know what I mean? Different things in life. Like I said, I've been trying to find balance with that, even working at the job and stuff, because there's a lot of collaboration that needs to be done working at the church, for example. And I'm used to doing a lot of stuff on my own and like hiring people and outsourcing and stuff and delegating, right? And so now I'm in a situation where I'm kind of like, being delegated to, and I'm fine with that. I don't have to be the control, right? I don't have to be the lead. I don't have to do all that stuff. But at the same time, too, there's something in the background where it's like, if I could just, So how many of us are like that? Are you like that? And then I guess the question today is, are you like that with the Lord, right? Because that's the thing. We're going to have to sacrifice that to the Lord and let lead and guide and control, right? Every aspect of our lives. And we might not like, right, how it plays out. We might not like the way it plays out, or whatever the case may be. But I believe that the verses that I have today are pretty much just good reminders of like what you get by being obedient and allowing the Lord to lead and guide your life. And so I was thinking like to try to find verses that center around like people with this type of personality or heart or whatever. But at the same time, I kind of felt like, again, we all probably have been there, because either you are, right, humbling yourself to the Lord and saying, okay, Lord, do your will, your way. What do you want me to do, right? You're either doing that, or you're not doing that by default when you're rejecting whatever the Lord is doing, again, with you, for you, and through you. So I think we all might have been there. So I don't think I need to give more examples of that, but yeah, let's get into this conversation. So these are the verses that stood out to me to share this morning. And I think they serve as good reminders. Okay, so Philippians 4:7. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. So again, it's something to doing the thing, doing whatever he has you to, asking you to do, whatever it is, being obedient, and then letting it play out, right? On one hand, it seems as if, like I said, that's a difficult thing to do depending on what kind of personality you have, right? But I like that verse not only, tells us what to do, which is to not be anxious, but it tells us also, what we will get from not being anxious, which it says here, the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts. And a lot of times that's what we need, right? We need that peace to control and help us. Miss Maya is tuning in this morning, and she says, good day to you and your family. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Miss Maya, and commenting. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, those that are watching live. But yeah, man, let's not be controlaholics, right? If you won't do something, especially for the Lord, right, then you're going to have to be okay with what he decided to do. So my apologies, the people that are live and whatnot. But yeah, I saw there was something going on with the Wi-Fi. But anyway, So I guess I'm about to get ready to tell on myself a little bit, but but anyway, so here, this is what happened. So in the beginning of the year, I think I told y'all that I was getting attacked on every end, right? With my thoughts and everything. It was like I had people on the outside saying things, and that was an attack. And then I had my own mental, attacks and whatnot as well, and questions, right? Because and so basically I was asking the Lord a lot of questions. Lord, why this? Why that? And before he answered my questions, I'm frustrated. I'm like, because it could have been like this and it could have been like that. So why this and why that? I'm trying to tell y'all without telling y'all. But anyway, so on the flip side, basically, as I was asking those questions and the Lord was answering me, I feel like he was letting me know that, hey, look at where you are. Look at what you're doing. Look at your family. Look at all things. At the end of the day, you said to me, right, in your single days, miracle, right, that you're going to follow me, right? You wanted me to sing your spouse, right? You wanted me to, lead and guide your life. And these are my choices. And so at that point, once I'm receiving those words, I'm out here, hey, well, that's true. I did say, and so, and so who am I, right? Not necessarily to question. I don't think anything is wrong with asking God questions, but at the same time, too, again, humbling yourself to the Lord and letting him make the decision and letting it play out. And so, to be honest, like I said, even now, right, when I'm asking the questions of Lord, well, why did it have to happen this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like there's all this extra controversy centered around the way it's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? When it could have just happened, like other people in their channels, they're growing by just popping balloons, or they're growing by whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, we've been out here doing our thing, but at the same time, we're growing from like controversy, and it's like, why can't it just be something positive or whatever, but at the same time too, who knows, man? A lot of people, I told you I slowed up with comments and stuff, but I did see a few, or I saw a few on certain things. And so there's a lot of people thanking us for what we do here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, thanking us for helping to open their eyes and different things of that nature. And so again, there's a reason, right, that God has me on the path, like that he has me on. There's a reason why he had me do the movie. There's a reason why he had me meet Allie. There's a reason why, we're here today, and so and there's things I might not understand about it, and that's okay. At the end of the day, God knows what the bigger picture is. And so I have to humble myself, right, and be like, you know what, thank you for the blessings, right, and Lord, you're in control. Miss Maya says, yes, I'll be feeling the same way. So hey, I guess this word is for you too, Miss Maya. Okay, we got to just, again, humble ourselves, let the Lord lead, and be okay with what he decides, right? We be okay with how he lets it play out. I know that can be difficult as a controlaholic, right? But that's what we're supposed to do, right? I mean, I think there's a lot of Bible that reiterates that. But let me give you guys this other verse that stood out to me, and it's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. I mean, I don't know what we think that means, but it seems to be very clear to tell us to not lean on our own understanding. And so again, in my mind, right, it would be nice that if things were done a little differently, right? Sure, it would have been nice if, things would add up completely in my life versus being like, this and this is a little off and this is a little different than I thought it would be, and all of that type of stuff. But again, God is in control, right? And I can see, even with me doing this, right? A lot of times when I'm going through something, it encourages and inspires the juice that I come give, right? And like even today, Miss Maya is saying that this is resonating with her, right? And who I don't know Miss Maya personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where she is or any of that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, being obedient, right, to thinking, praying, and studying about my own issues, right, or my own I'll just keep it there, my own issues have led and inspired, I believe, Miss Maya this morning, by my obedience, right? And so again, there's a bigger picture at play, right? What if I didn't come on here and talk about controlaholics today? You know what I'm saying? Would Miss Maya be resonating right now? I'm using you as an example, but still, it's just one of those things to think about. And so again, God knows, right? He knows all. He knows the plan he has for you. Believing that he has good plans for you as well. That's very important in this. And I mean, this is ultimately the juice this morning, y'all. I'm pretty much the whole thing is giving you guys the juice, but I think there was one more verse, y'all, that I felt led to write down this morning, and it was 1 Peter 5:7. It says, casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. So I guess this morning, again, I'm reminded whatever my anxieties, whatever my fears, whatever my concerns, whatever my doubts, all these different things when it comes to, the things that I quote unquote can't control, I need to give these things to the Lord. And like I said, this is ultimately the juice this morning. Hope you guys, you are encouraged and inspired. So much so that, I mean, I didn't even feel led to write anything for the Go Deeper section today. So the only thing that came to my mind to say about a way to go deeper about this is to just seek the Lord about what this looks like in your life. Pray, humble yourself and say, Lord, okay, I would like this and I would like that. I wish things was like this or wish things was like that. But, you're in control. So help me to be okay with that, right? Help me to remember that in those weak moments. And like I said, that's the juice this morning, y'all. Now, the Bible verse of today is Romans 1:17. It says, for therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And there you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. Anybody listening to the sound of my voice, hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired. Thank you so much for listening, watching, subscribing, and sharing all those wonderful things. Shout out to those that was commenting and whatnot. Let me know you all were here, or Miss Maya in particular. And yeah, man. Yeah, that was my juice today. Like I said, I made observations in others in regards to this, but I wanted to just focus on my own testimony because at the end of the day, I don't know. I think I'm feeling some way about sharing someone else's testimony. I mean, let me see. Because obviously the channel shares more people's testimony than just mine, but it's easier to share my own testimony. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to this, because this, again, I just feel like it might be discernment and observations. So I'm going to keep thinking and praying about, the current situation and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to talk about it right now, but I guess y'all will see what we decide at some point, because it just seems to be like a lot going on, and it's not that we don't again want to support and stuff like that, but at the same time it's like I gotta use wisdom and discernment right now too, like if so we're gonna see what the Lord do. But so y'all just keep praying for your girl. Let me know like what y'all like seeing on here, stuff of that nature and whatnot. Like I said, I'll do my best to stay consistent as I have been. And that's it. But I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to talking to y'all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.